Hey folks, Arizona guy here. Today is August 17th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And the weather is telling me that it is 107 degrees. But today the humidity is up to 27%. So it's very humid here today. But in the breeze it's not too bad. So folks, how many of you have been watching Kamala Harris? I watched her speak. I also watched the Trump rally today in Pennsylvania. Full house, totally crowded arena. More and more people are stepping out to go see what Trump has to say over what Kamala has to say. So Kamala Harris wants to go completely Venezuela, completely socialist. She wants to enact a price gouging bill. Folks, honestly, the government cannot set prices for businesses. It does not work. Take a look at Venezuela. They tried exactly the same thing. So if a manufacturing company is making cookies that sell for $4 a package, and the government says, well, now you can only charge $2.50 for your cookies, they quit manufacturing the cookies because you're now producing a non-profitable item. Businesses, industry, corporations have to have profits in order to stay in business. They are not going to manufacture anything that is a non-profitable item. We live in a capitalist society. And capitalism requires industry to make profits. I mean, you're not going to start a small business. I mean, say your wife crochets doilies, and if the government tells your wife she cannot no longer sell the doilies for $6 a piece, that she's only allowed to charge $2 a piece, she's going to stop selling doilies because it will become a non-profitable item. I mean, these Democrats just eat this stuff up, man. Kamala's going to give everybody that qualifies $25,000 to purchase a house. No, she's not, folks. You cannot purchase a house in today's society anywhere decent in the country for under $300,000 to $350,000. That's basically the medium price around the country. Sure, you can find homes maybe in southern Arkansas that you can buy for $159,000. But again, there's no place that you're going to be able to work around that area to be able to make your mortgage payment. Like my house right now, Zillow tells me it's worth $639,000. How are you going to buy something like that with the government handing you $25,000? You can't. It's impossible. It's just a ploy to say, hey, look it, Kamala Harris is going to give us $25,000. No, not everybody. Only the people of low income that qualify. And most low income people cannot buy a $300,000 home. It's just not going to work. And the Democrats saying that they're going to forgive student loan debt? How? Are they going to just pick certain years? Because I had student loan debt. I worked and I paid it off myself. So are they going to reimburse me for what I spent on student debt? No, they're not. So why is that a big selling point? It's not, folks. Everything with the Democrat Party, as I've told you, is smoke and mirrors. They're really not going to give you anything. As a matter of fact, they're going to tax you at anywhere between 60 and 80%. That is the primary goal of the party. Taxation. The reason they want to tax you more is so the government can spend more. Spend more on 35-foot ladders for immigrants to get over a 25-foot wall. Spend more to give people who are in the country illegally health care. To give people that are in our country illegally education. EBT cards. I was reading somewhere yesterday where, and I don't know what state it is because I didn't write it down, but $13,000 on an EBT card. Who gets that kind of money from the government? It's utterly ridiculous. And Kamala and Waltz, they have now went full on communist. The government will control prices of products in America. Well, look at the food lines in Cuba. Look at the food lines in Venezuela. Folks, Harris and Waltz are insisting that America go through the same compromises as Cuba and Venezuela. Bread lines in America. People standing for blocks and blocks around to get a loaf of bread and government cheese. That is what the Democrats are calling opportunity zones. It's not going to work, folks. The only way America will survive is if all of us fellow Americans begin pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps. Like me, I have never taken anything from the government, folks. I've always worked hard. I gave up holidays and weekends and family get-togethers because I worked. Work came first in my life. I wanted to be successful. I wanted my bills to be paid. I didn't want to have any credit card debt. But you have to work hard, and it's a struggle. But that's what we do in America. We struggle and we compromise, and we are successful. That's why this country is so strong around the world. Because we have struggled, we have compromised, and we have succeeded around the world. That is the primary reason that I support Mr. Trump, because he's not promoting all of these government giveaways, because they're basically American hardworking taxpayer money giveaways. That money comes from us, the taxpayers, that they just so easily give away. I mean, I'm all for supporting the Ukraine, because I'd like to see Ukraine win over Russia, because I think Russia is a bully. But folks, we cannot afford to continually send billions of dollars to support the Ukraine. There are too many actual needed causes here in America. So sometimes I just shake my head. I wonder, what are these people supporting Kamala Harris and Tim Walz? What are they really like in person? That they're always out seeking a handout. I'm sorry, folks, but I don't get it, because I didn't grow up that way. My parents never said, gee, today, what can we get from the government? They didn't want anything from the government, folks. Nothing. They were self-sufficient people. And we all need to be self-sufficient people. We need to be strong, diligent, successful. And these people, I look at them when they go see Kamala and Walz, and I think to myself, what are they there for? There's no success there. There's no enterprise there. There's no business there. Hell, most of the time they don't even put up American flags there. So the Democrats have never represented anything for a person like myself. So it's hard for me to understand why they go see Kamala. She represents something that America has not ever been, that America shouldn't ever be. So what is the attraction? I don't get it. But no matter, I will support Donald Trump in November. And there's this rumor going around that they're preparing a cell at Rikers Island, New York, for Trump. Well, go ahead, folks. Go ahead. Do that. Because millions and millions of Trump supporters are going to be heavily offended that Trump has to endure these injustices by the Democrats. And we're going to vote for him anyway. It doesn't matter. We know that all your court hearings and shit like that, we know it's all bogus stuff. It's just political war against one man You've openly admitted that you're trying to take him down by any means necessary. Somebody tried to shoot him. I mean, all this stuff that Donald Trump has went through because he loves America. He loves the capitalist system in America. He loves the American hardworking people. So we're going to support MAGA, Donald Trump, no matter what. And I am sick and tired of hearing about this Project 2025, which is not Trump's position. His position is Project 47. But in the left-wing media, they keep talking about this Project 2025, which, as far as I know, somebody at the Heritage Foundation came up with that. I don't think Trump is connected with that in any manner. But anyway, I'm just tired of hearing it. You go on X and every leftist in the country is pushing about Project 2025. It's Trump's idea. It's Trump's plan. No, it is not. But there's so much misinformation out there coming in at us from the leftist, corrupt media, which also support Kamala communism. But it's great to see that more and more people in America are waking up. They don't want these bills. They don't want these directives that the government will now set prices, because the Communist Manifesto, the communist government controls all means of production. We don't live in a communist country, folks. We don't want government taking control of private businesses and setting prices. It just absolutely will not work. It never has. It never will. Anyway, folks, I got to run into the store. I am low on cat and dog food. So I'm probably going to go in here in the Biden-Harris waltz Democrat economy and spend another $100 for cat and dog food, because having pets now is truly, truly expensive. But I love my animals, and I am going to continue doing what I'm doing. I don't care what Kamala Waltz says. I'm just wanting to live my life in freedom and liberty and without interference of the government. Anyway, folks, that's what I have for you today. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Tell me how you're feeling. Tell me how things are going in your life. And I'll talk to you later. Arizona Guy, out.